Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the stream. So glad to have you all here. Hey, what's good? What's up, everybody? What's going on, Zach? Yes, we're here back again in this wonderful Monday. Yes, we are now. If any of y'all caught the video I just uploaded, let me get signed in myself. The video I just uploaded, the un I take that as you saw it there. Yeah, the fact that the Nutcracker's initials are NC is like, wait, you mean as in I'm gonna scream? Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh boy. Yes, we definitely in for quite a bit with that. Excuse me. With that reaction, yeah, I kind of took a little time off of it for today. 2 o'clock. Oh man. What? Oh man. I tell you what, I'm gonna check. As soon as this tonight before I go to bed, I am gonna take a look at that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take a look before I go to bed tonight. There. There was a chicken. Sup, Claire? And I would imagine it was there. Yeah, though. Yes, yeah. Let's say Brownie has quite a bit to deal with that character. Little something to also share with you about the update of the video. Um, there's a be work be working on it some more tomorrow there, so I can have it out by Wednesday, like I said. Yeah, today kind of had some stuff going on day there, and also after work had to kind of do some things around the house here, like the laundry, for example, and all that. So yeah, kind of had to say, but like I say, first thing when I get off work tomorrow, that's where I'm gonna be at. Is right here doing, getting through that reaction, all the necessary scenes. Um, if there's probably one scene that I would probably have to do, that I might be able to get done Tuesday. If not, it'll be done Wednesday. But it's the last scene, the where I have where yeah, that Bob Shaw appearance I mentioned there. Um, so yeah, that's probably. But once all that's, oh yeah, and then of course what comes after that I can't spoil. But so yeah, with that done, then process it, upload for Wednesday night. Yeah, so that'll be pretty much the wrap up of that between Tuesday and Wednesday. And be like I say, upload probably. Chances are it'll probably be uploading while I'm in Bob Shaw's stream. Yeah, while we're all listening to Bob Shaw and everything, him doing his little thing, he'll be uploading at the same time. So yeah, so yeah, but yeah, so at some point probably because I'll probably be able to be in the whole stream. 'Cause I know it usually be up there to like 11 stuff like that. So yeah, I should be up. I should be able to attend the and I gotta check that last stream he did last week, and I want to relook at that there, but don't know if it's gotten up or not. There, it's taking a while to get up. I guess he must have been on there a long time for that stream. But so yeah, so that's pretty much what you can kind of expect as far as the when it's coming out. Yeah, definitely Wednesday nights. Wednesday nights. Yeah. So for right now, in order to say keep the channel flowing, so that way it won't die while it's waiting on me to do that. Get back into our eighth book, into the eighth Heroes of Dream books, the Prophesied Outcast of Destruction. Also, speaking of the title of this book, since I've been reading from these books lately, this actually has given me an idea for one of my comic series. The comic series that I'm going to actually have Brownie story in was called Brown Chronicles, but I am remaking that comic into the Heroes of Dream comic. But it's not going to have the same. But the story is going to be a lot different from what you see in here. For instance, Bubblina is not going to be in there because, like, Christina has Bubblina in her own thing. So that's one of the major differences. And Brownie will be in that comic series, Heroes of Dreams. Yep. So, and plus, it'll be taking place in the year 2000, back when I was in middle school. So you're gonna hear a lot of stuff that occurred back in 2000. So yeah, you ain't gonna see no iPhones and stuff like that in the comic. Yeah, yeah, sort of a period comic there, kind of like what they did with Captain America. Had that like in the 1940s and stuff like that, and what they should have done with the sentence. Yeah. So there will be that coming next year. All right. So what we got starting off with? Yzma from. Oh, okay. I think they kind of think. Yeah, I think your imitation of Yzma was pretty spot on. So it pretty much just be Yzma either way. Yeah, it's talking to Crunk. Yeah, because of the whole thing with the fairies there. Yeah, yeah, there is that there. Oh boy. And, oh, excuse me. As Linkara once said, it's magic. It doesn't have to be explained. All right, so we're in the 5th chapter here. Girl talk. Girl talk. Okay. like Mike Myers Cat in the Hat. Honey, the dress was ruined when she bought it. Yeah. Mm. I bet there's probably several hundred divas that want to slap Mike Myers right in that scene. Okay. All right, so Yzma starts off. At that moment, the castle doorbell rang. I think it's the pizza girls, said Morgana. Chester? And then the palace butler, Chester, entered. Yeah, and said, yes, Miss Morgan. Would you be a dear and get the door? Right away, madam. And as you can see, here's a picture of Chester, the merman butler, and Morgana there. Chester's about to go get the door and let the pizza guy in. Also, that design that you just saw on Chester, if anybody recognized it, looked kind of familiar. That's the same design that was used for the butler in the Star Striker comics for Brian's butler. And I think I named him Chester. I think it may have been a different name. I have to take a look at the comic again, but I know that design is definitely the same. Okay. Okay. Where's the Jeff? Yes, that's why Bob Shaw made that joke. Because, and funny thing about it, when I drew that butler, the person I had in mind was the butler from Fresh Prince, Jeffrey. And Morgan Freeman was on my mind when I drew the Prophet. Funny how that kind of works there. Okay. Wait. CJ and Mal doing his fairy season. Oh boy. All right. All right. Let me finish up a little bit more of Yzma, and I'll get to that there. Girls, follow me to the kitchen to get seated, said Norgana. And after enjoying the pizza with the rice crispy cookie cake for dessert, the girls resumed their sleeping torture. However, Crystal requested for Zoey to be it because she was still suspicious of Zoey and the prophecy. Then, during the pillow fight, Crystal and the other girls tried to hide their fear toward their suspicions, but Bubblina could sense that something was wrong. After the pillow fight, the girls did each other's hair and nails, and finally they went into Bubblina's room to turn in for the night. Okay, and now for CJ and now doing that duck season, rabbit season, but instead it's fairy season and hailspawn season. Right. Chester, said Norgana. Chester entered and said, "Yes, Miss Norgana. Would you be a dear and get the sleeping bags for the girls?" said Norgana. "Right away, madam," said Chester. "While he gets that, I'm going to get the palace magicians to give you girls some soft music to help you fall asleep," said Norgana. And on that note, she exits out with Chester. Well, well, girls, I guess I'll go get my teeth brushed real quick, said Zoey. Which way is the bathroom? I'll show you, said Bubblina. And she led Zoey to her bathroom. And when Bubblina came back, she noticed the girls were looking at each other very nervously. And she asked them, "Girls, it seems like you've been acting kind of odd ever since the pillow fight," said Bubblina. Uh, Chris, Chris, Crystal laughed nervously and said, "Oh, it's nothing, Bubbles, right, girls?" All the girls said in unison, "Yeah, nothing at all." We would be very, very quiet. I'm hunting fairies. I'm, I'm hunting fairy trolls. Hey, did you know it's actually not fairy troll season? It's not. No, better yet, here's a better example. Now I got you, you screwing little fairy troll. Eh, are you looking for trouble, Doc? You realize that this is not fairy troll season? But it's Hellspawn season. Hellspawn season? That's right, and she's right over there. CJ, it's fairy troll season. Hellspawn season. Fairy troll season. Hellspawn season. Fairy troll season. Hellspawn season. Fairy troll season. Fairy troll season. Hellspawn season. Oh, wait a minute. It's on the internet. You're welcome. CJ! I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused. So I don't know what to think anymore. Well, if you're confused, Daddy Derek, it's baseball season. Oh man. Daddy Derek and Elmer. Ooh, now there's a sight. And since Morgan Freeman was just, well, I thought I heard sometime in there for a second. I was about to get up out this chair and take off running in the middle of the street. So like, okay, so Morgan Freeman. And just making sure I ain't missing nothing. Okay. Okay. Well, Bubblina looked at the girls with a serious, straight face and said, "Girls, we've been friends ever since daycare. I think I think I would know when something's really wrong. Now, come on and tell me what's bugging y'all. The girls looked at each other nervously, and with a sigh, they said, Crystal said, "We're concerned about Zoey." Concerned about Zoey, said Bubblina. What do you mean by that? On on our way here, an elder told us a prophecy that will soon occur. He said an innocent being of our likeness will come with a great evil, and if it's not stopped, Atlantis could be doomed for destruction, said Alicia. And as you can see right there, we got the pizza that they ate, and a Rice Krispie cookie cake for dessert. Imagine having that at your sleepover. And we have Bubblina talking with the girls and asking them what's wrong, as you can see. And that imitation of Morgan Freeman I did just then was actually how he sounded in the movie Lean On Me. I don't know if anybody's seen that movie, but when he this was one of the scenes when he was in, he's like, the problem is with you teenagers, because you think you're so much smarter than the people who've been down the road you're traveling. Yeah. But yeah, definitely check that movie out. Lean On Me. Yeah. What we got here? Can't believe you fell for that Looney Tune gag. Uma as Bubblina. I'm guessing you want her to be as the Bubblina that's in this book, apparently. Yeah, because I don't, because you probably don't know the version of Bubblina that Christina has right now. There is a video on that, but yeah, I probably have to repost that later there. So do it as the Bubblina that we've been reading about currently here. Let's see. Okay, so I think you said she act like Starfire. Since Zoey is an innocent human being, we figured that she might be the person that the elder is talking about, said Gina. Girls, even if the prophecy is true, I seriously doubt Zoey would be able to cause destruction to Atlantis, said Bubblina. At that moment, Zoey came out and noticed the girls talking. She stood and listened to them. Are you completely sure, Bubbles? Asked Holly. Yeah, I think there might be something about Zoey that even you don't know about, Alicia. Said Alicia. After all, you did just meet her last week, said Gina. She may look innocent, but there's definitely something not right about her, said Crystal. If I were you, I would call the Dream League. Guess you girls might have a point, said Bubblina. Sorry, Bubbles. It just has to be, said Holly. That was kind of a hard combination, I admit. Because Uma is kind of like that. And then Bubblina is like that. Sort of like Starfire. But there you go. And now Brownie doing Cool Cat impersonations since he has had a history with Cool Cat. Yeah, that was actually my first when I called myself trying to do a review, that was the movie I picked, and then after that we started doing reaction videos and stuff, and I also reacted to Cool Cat to sort of redo that. So yeah. Also, anybody find it strange? Like I said, I didn't think about this when I wrote this, but anybody find it strange, like, how would y'all use the bathroom in Atlantis? Because Zoey just mentioned about where's your bathroom, and it probably that's not about that. Anywho, okay, go ahead, Franny. All right. And here we go. There was a moment of silence, and Zoey went back in the bathroom and swam out the window, away away from the castle in tears. After that, Bubbleina broke the silence by saying, "Look at the palace. Look, look, the palace security system will alert us if anything happens tonight. Then we'll look into this some more in the morning." Then Chester came back with the sleeping bags and said, "Your sleeping bags for for you and your friends, Princess," said Chester. "Pink with red hearts, of course, for you. Lavender with crystal diamonds for Miss Crystal. Light blue with sport designs for Gina. And yellow-orange with cheetah spots for Miss Alicia. And emerald green with smiley faces for Miss Holly. If I wasn't for sure what color to get for Miss Zoey, it was the last minute, so I picked out this white one. And perhaps maybe you girls might have a design in mind." Bubbleina had an idea. She made a Triton appear and waved it across the sleeping bag, causing rainbow flowers to appear on it, and said, "Perfect!" and went to get Zoey. But moments later, she came back in the room in a panic, shouting, "Zoey has disappeared!" Everyone else gasped. "Oh my, are you okay? Oh, I can't believe what just happened." "Oh, Cool Cat, you. I, I tried to stop him, but I didn't know what to do. I got scared and became confused." "Oh, it's okay, Cool Cat Brownie. You know, people used to pick on me, and then I learned how to react. Would you all like to hear what they did? Hear what Vivica did?" Boy, $1,000 for this. No, really. Vivica and Eric Estrada both got paid $1,000 each to appear in that one scene of Cool Cat. There's so much that could have been done with that money. Anywho, CJ dragging Brownie into the cold. No, we gotta do it, Brownie. We gotta do it. CJ. Well, I guess we'll start off with the 6th chapter of this. An Unbelievable Truth. Zoey swam away from the castle as fast as she could. And while she was still crying, however, swimming with such great force made her very tired. So she stopped to rest, and while resting, she started thinking, which led into a flashback from 2 years ago when Valerie first told her that she was adopted. And Valerie sat Riley and Zoey on the couch in the family room and said, "I have something to tell you guys. This actually involves Zoey, but I think it's fair that both of you know what it is." "What is it?" they asked. CJ! Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, and just a little something to share. Well, I guess you could say CJ's kind of one of those you can't, you get mad, but you can't really stay mad at her because then she just gets so adorable. Sort of like, well, I don't know if I would use that comparison. I was about to say Nermal from Garfield, but nah. Let's see. All I have to do is give Brownie this potion and Tom Holland will. Oh my gosh. He would knowing how naive Cool Cat is, he probably would believe that Yzma is Tom Holland's agent. He would probably fall for that. Brownie asking Ava Fox why she wasn't in Cool Cat to begin with. So, what do I think? Ava. Sounds familiar. I'm trying to think where I heard that before. Definitely be the one. Hmm. Well, she probably mad at a lot of people permanently. Oh, Vivica Fox. Okay, Vivica. Yeah, yeah. You said Ava. I was thinking of somebody else completely. Okay, okay. So Vivica Fox. Okay. Hmm. With Vivica. Oh, I'm gonna show you this picture here. Yes. Zoey and Riley's mom about to explain a very dark secret about Zoey there, or at least, uh, yeah. Have to hear it for yourself. All right. So Brownie asking Vivica Fox. Okay. Valerie took a small bronze yellow furry basket with matching colored eagle wings attached to it, handed it to Zoey, and said, "The night before Riley was born, someone left this on the front of our doorstep. I don't know where it came from or who left it, but when I looked inside, I found a baby inside." "Really?" asked Riley. Riley touched the basket and said, "It feels like lion fur." And he noticed some broken eggshells inside. "But wait, why are there eggshell pieces in here?" he said. So Zoey looked closely. Zoey looked closely at the pieces and said, "That's odd. Humans don't come from eggs like chickens do." "Well, actually, one did," said Valerie. They gasped. "That's impossible." Valerie continued, saying, before I found the baby inside, it was an egg beginning to hatch. And when the hatching was complete, the baby was born. And the baby was you, Zoey," after taking a deep breath. So so Zoey hatched from an egg? Apparently so, Brownie. That's what it was saying. Wow. That's kind of weird there. About as weird as the fact that you two starred in Cool Cat. I mean, what? Why were you in Cool Cat to begin with? Well, because he paid us $1,000 each. And also on top of that, Brownie, he said it was supposed to be a bullying PSA, and well, for that payment, I just figured, since it's for the kids, and he wants to, try to um do this bullying PSA, I figured, well, it wouldn't be a bad idea to be a part of it. But what we didn't know, Brownie, is that he was going to tack this little short film on with two other films and make a feature length movie, and then add more footage to make it an even longer feature length film. And he keeps putting our name on it like we were in the movie when we were only in just one short film. Oh, oh boy. Well, that explains about him bribing his way into that Christmas parade. Okay. So let's see. So now I'm supposed to meet. Let's see. Okay, I think we'll do Scooby. Huh? A bird. Um. Well, actually, there's something else today. Yeah, actually a little bit more to that story of what Zoey truly is. Yeah, it's a little bit more to that. That's really going to be a shocking twist there. Yep. Okay. All right. So I'm meeting Scooby Doo. Then the chicken bread. Oh Lord. So Zoey and Riley gasped together, and then Zoey said, "Mom, please tell me you're joking about that last part." "I'm afraid not," said Valerie. Zoey almost collapsed on the floor in shock, but Riley caught her. "Sis, are you okay?" helping her back up. There was a moment of silence, and then Zoe stuttered nervously as she spoke. I don't even understand it. Is it supposed, even if me being adopted is true, how is it possible that I came out of an egg like a bird or something? Suddenly, Zoe stopped stuttering and gasped loudly. Does that mean I'm not a real human? Zoe, said Valerie. Zoe started, Zoe started getting frantic as she continued talking. Am I some kind of unknown creature? Like in those scary movies? Or maybe when I least expect it, I'll start mutating into some giant bird. They tried harder to calm her down, but as she continued ranting, she got more frantic and said, and then I'll lose control and end up attacking the land. And then, oh no, it's starting now. I'm starting to mutate. I have to get away from here. Ah! But just as Zoe started to take off, what? Valerie and Riley caught her and finally got her to calm down. And Valerie said, Zoe, wherever you're from and whatever you might be, Riley and I will always love you and be with you like a family. Just like I am with Reggie and the rest of the gang. We're like family. Well, can't argue with you on that, Scooby. Yep, and that would be her that's what in her speech bubble, that's what she's assuming that she could be. Oh, talking about Riley and Zoe. Well, that's kind of funny since Riley became Dashtail and has super speed, so yeah, he would kind of make a good Quicksilver. And as with Zoe, well, it's a little different, but you know, but it's still a pretty good comparison. It's a little different, but good comparison. Now, apparently she knew you was going to say that. I hate Mondays. Okay, so Monday Mal. What do you mean Monday Mal? She's like that every day. Okay, so the scientists from Monsters Unleashed. Okay. Let's see. I think I know. I think I remember that guy. I think that Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I think he was the one the one at the that was disguised as the news reporter too. Indeed, said Riley. Even if sorry, I forgot about that. Okay, okay, so I see. Okay, I see it up here. Okay, CJ tricking Brownie into watching an NC video. Let me guess, you're gonna sit through Taboli Flea. Probably be more like Kick Ass ago. Indeed, said Riley. Even if you do turn out to be a giant bird, which might be kind of cool, you would still love me, even if I'm not human, asked Zoe. Yes, we will, said Valerie, and nothing will change that. But what about other people? If I did change into another form, would other people treat me like you guys? Well, I can't say that for everyone, said Valerie. So until the day comes, you might want to keep this information a secret in order to protect yourself from people who might try to harm you out of fear of you. However, if you show people how pleasant you are, they just might accept you for you. So you're welcome. Oh boy. So now we're going now to the scientists from Monsters Unleashed. And Oh Lord. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna. Okay. Thank. And because of Zach making sexy Shaggy come up, I'm getting out of here. I'm not gonna be anywhere near that. Okay, so oh yeah, okay, the scientist. So yeah. Don't live. You think so? Said Zoey. I don't know, said Valerie. Don't worry, sis, said Riley. We'll make sure to keep your secret safe. Then the flashback ended, and Zoe swam further into a dark, creepy area. She became more tired and fell asleep. While Zoe was sleeping, she began to dream, and in her dream, she was walking around a castle similar to Bubblina's, except this one was on a cloud in the sky, and instead of under the ocean, Zoe walked inside and looked around, but realized that no one was in the castle. Uh-oh. And was a scene where to the side. Oh yes, that one. Oh boy. Okay, so oh boy, so Shaggy's about to change into oh Lord. Here I go. All right. All right. Like, hello, said Zoe, and she walked around the castle, but slowly checking each room. Paulina, Crystal, Holly, Gina, Alicia. Is like anyone here? So Nogana, anybody? She continued calling, but no one ever answered her. Oh, look, there's a potion here. Mm. And moments later, she went back out into the castle, saying, I guess no one wants to be around me. After all, I'm not even a real human. And at least if I was a mermaid, like, that would be something good, but apparently I could possibly be a threat to them. Oh my goodness. Like, oh dear. I believe I've stumbled into a potion that's made me very smart. And now, oh, how I miss the simple days, licking my own, as I just chasing my tail and smelling my own thoughts and stuff. Oh, those were simple times. Like, what are you doing, Scoob? I'm devising a potion to put us back to our normal state, you buffoon. Oh boy. Oh yeah, okay, in the buff Shaggy. And there's of course a little sad scene with Zoe there. And there's and this image is about to show up in the story. Yeah. It's a little something that's about to approach the castle. Let's Oh yeah! Like suddenly the cloud began to shake until the giant sea monster covered in shadow arose in front of Zoe. Zoe screamed and ran around the other side of the castle as the monster chased her. And she cried out for help, but nobody came to her rescue. Eventually, she ran off the edge of the cloud and started falling. Everything faded, ending the dream. So Zoe woke up screaming at the top of her lungs, admitting a extremely powerful vibrating sound wave that caused an earthquake around her. Yeah, I guess. Okay, so it is. Okay, so that is a good comparison to Scarlet Witch. Um, her power was a little different. But there was a scene of her yelling when Quicksilver died, pretty much like Zoey at the moment. And think about that then. And let's see what we got. Oh, talking about this image here. Well, not quite. It's got a horn like a unicorn. Yes, yeah, the horn is like one, but yeah, it ain't quite as nice and pleasant as a unicorn, though. Like a night. If it was a unicorn, it'd be like a nightmare one. Yeah, so I like those nightmare gingerbread man, the Fairly Odd Parents Christmas movie. Boy, those things were creepy. Let's see, CJ. CJ dragging here in Indiana Jones and Mal. Oh boy. All right. Oh, yeah, right here. And the sound waves eventually reached to a nearby shark named Koza, or as the shark prefers his name to be pronounced, Koza, sleeping under some statues of his master, dreaming about barbecue seagulls. But the sound waves woke him up, causing him to hit his head on one of the arms of the statue and breaking it. And Koza swam quickly but quietly to where Zoey was, and once he found her, he hid in some nearby seaweed and watched as the sea rocks around Zoey broke into pieces because of her screaming. Eventually, Zoey stopped screaming and started crying. That is going to be a really loud scream for this shark to be hurting this shark's ears. And this is what's going to happen to CJ if she drags me on yet another adventure. I'll be making her cry just like that. And you wonder why I don't visit you. Oh yeah, but you want to drag me on this, that, and the other. Well, it's called trying to spend some quality time with you, sis. Oh, that's what you call it? Funny. You have a really funny sense of quality time. You know what my sense of quality time is, CJ? Spending it with nobody but me and everybody leaving me the heck alone. And now you got Crunk bringing Brownie to a screening of Oh my gosh. No, 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 I already did cats. No, no. Come on, no, no. Oh, boy. It's the price of fame, Brownie. It's the price of fame. Yeah, that's what Gilbert Godfrey says. That's what Gilbert Godfrey says every time CJ drags him into something. Chapter 7, Serena and Koza. Yeah, C-U-Z-A. Koza! The reason I pronounce it like that, it's a little joke from the Proud Family when they met Sugar Mama's sister. And her sister Spice. And Spice had this little assistant of hers named Shaz. And every time you say Shaza, but every time he said his name, he would say it, Shaza! Yo, Sister Spice, we late. We really, really late. Shaza! Who the heck is Shaza? Yeah, it was a little joke from that. All right, oh boy. So Kuza quickly swam away and towards the tunnel and that sent him through the portal. And as he went through the portal, he said, "No, that's something you don't see every day." And soon Kuza was in the lair of the mermaid named Serena and his master's lair. However, Serena was not your average mermaid. She called herself a siren because she was known to make all men traveling by the sea be seduced by her singing, causing them to crash their ships just like the way sirens usually do. Once he entered her room, he saw her looking at herself in the mirror, posing in a red dress. And Serena noticed Koza coming in and asked him, Koza, does this dress make me look fat? I'm going to let Koza answer that one. I'm out of here. Cronk! Say. Yeah, I guess you could say, yeah, it is. You could say that because I mean, yeah, it's an interesting thought, and yeah, sirens are pretty seductive. So that's one way of looking at it. Let's see. Okay, so CJ and Harry getting captured by Mal. If they couldn't stop arguing. Oh boy. I hope you hope you enjoyed that movie, bro. I didn't want to see it again. Okay, so Koza noticed Serena was a little chubby, but he decided not to admit it. Instead, he said, "Not at all. You look like $1 million." Serena smiled and posed in the mirror some more like Evie. I was worried that my diet wasn't working. You can't expect to lure those hunky fishermen of Utah without a slim, trim body. Maybe you could try over in Philadelphia just to mix it up a little bit, said Koza. And then Harriet again. Well, I suppose, said Serena. She thought for a minute, snickered, and said, I could actually attract the rapper Rick Green. I heard he might make it really big in the movies if he succeeds in that sitcom he's going to do. The super hippest star of LA. Oh, come on. That's basically Will Smith and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She paused for a while in daydreaming of her and Rick. Eventually, Koza said, there is something that I think you should really know. What? This dress does make me look fat and ugly? No, that's not what I meant. Like, then what did you mean? Are you saying it just makes me look ugly? No, or are you just saying it just makes me look fat? Or maybe it's possibly both. And CJ, I can't believe you got us caught by Daddy Derek and Sweetler for crying out loud. Hey, Sweetler! Now, just cooperate with this girl. So we don't have to go into a very complicated thing. Just cooperate, and we'll be able to do this very effectively. Mm. Oh boy. All right. Let's see, Professor O giving Krunk a starter Pokemon. Oh my gosh! So Krunk wants to be a Pokemon master. Okay. Yes, I mean no, said Kuza. It's something else. Well, out with it already, said Serena. A human girl is near our lair, said Koza. But there's something very odd about her. Well, the fact that a human is down here in the first place, isn't that odd enough? Said Serena. She seems to have special powers. Like what? When she yells, the rocks in the ground around her break, which means she could be something else. So Serena thought for a moment and said, she must be a Sky Gladian. Kuza jumped up in shock and said, well, that's impossible. You sealed them away 8 years ago. Well, apparently one of them must have escaped. Serena swam over to her spell room and pulled out her cauldron. Before she started placing in the ingredients to begin, she looked inside and noticed kelp green juice and bits of lobster and shrimp tails. Serena turned to glare at Koza and said, how many times do I have to tell you not to boil you and your friend's dinner in my cauldron? You never use a witch's spell cauldron to cook your dinner. And you can see she looking in the mirror. Sort of makes you think of Evie, doesn't it? Me. Yep. And one person that I had on my mind when I drew Serena was Aunt Helen from the Fresh Prince. She one of Vivian's sisters there. Oh, Aunt Jemima. That's a strong woman there. Never seen her with a man. Yeah. So I spoke like that there. And then of course this is why you don't cook in Serena's cauldron there. Yeah. Green kelp juice with shrimp and lobster bits. I guess he was using the kelp juice to boil it. So, okay, so I know I'm supposed to only pick one Pokemon, but I want to pick all three, just like Ash did in this TV show. You know, he got all three. Yes, Crunk, but technically he didn't start off with those three. He started off with Pikachu, and then in the wild he caught the other three. Oh, I want all three though. Crunk, must you be such a baby about this? What is, Ma? Okay. Let's see. So, oh yeah, mal obsessing over. Mm. Okay, so oh, ooh, snap, said Koza, and then he whispered to himself, "I meant to clean out. I meant to clean that out this morning." Serena shoved the cauldron at Koza and said, "Well, hurry up and clean it out now." "Right away," said Koza, and he raced off to clean it. And a few minutes later, he was back with the cauldron clean as a whistle. As clean as been held. All done, he said, as Serena began making her ingredients. In the cauldron, an image of the outside area near where Zoey was sitting appeared. Then Serena peered into Zoe's mind, which revealed the images that gave her an idea for an evil plot. Just like my plot to make you my handsome prince slave, Ben. I don't want your brains or anything like that. I just want your body. Now take off your shirt. Mal, I really nothing. I said take it off. Or would you prefer that I burn it off? Take it off slowly. Slow. Let me enjoy it. Let me enjoy as you slowly take it off, Ben. Yes. It's on the internet. CJ, get out of here with that camera. Too late. I posted it on Twitter and on Instagram and Facebook and also on YouTube. CJ! And Krunk's starter Pokemon will be a Bulbasaur. Interesting. Bulbasaur, I choose you. Use your Vine Whip attack now. Now use Razor Leaf. So chapter 8, The Dark Awakening. And let's see, since Mal was obsessing over Ben, I guess I can read in his voice for a little bit. So Bubblina, Norgana, Crystal, Holly, Gina, and Alicia, and the entire castle staff searched all over for Zoey, but they couldn't find any sign of her. If you all hadn't been talking about Zoey being a part of that prophecy in the first place, none of this would have happened, exclaimed Bubblina angrily. She probably ran away because she overheard you all discussing it. Well, sorry, Bubbles, said Crystal, but we were just worried about the whole thing in general, said Gina. Bubblina took a deep breath, sighed, and said, No, I'm sorry, girls. I know you all meant well, but I'm just concerned about Zoey. Even though I only knew her for a week, I still don't think she could be a threat to us. Hmm. Oh, what we got here? Star-Lord and Mal tying up TJ and Harriet to explain her evil plan to burn the world. Hmm. Oh, she's got a monologue. Oh boy. So let's see. Star-Lord. Ayo, 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 ayo. Ooh, good. I just had an idea. I'm gonna do Star-Lord when he was singing in the end. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, things are gonna get brighter. Dance off, fool. Someday. So, let's see. Even if that's true, whatever this thread is, that prophecy states could be using her without even knowing that. Yeah, like a mind control or trickery. We got to be prepared for anything that this could be. Well, let's find them. Perhaps we can stop this thread together. It's worth a shot. So where we look next? I I have an idea, said Bubblina, while taking out her iPhone and Hero Watch. The Target and Hero installed a tracking system into the Hero watches, similar to the FBI. So we can hook it up to my iPhone and track Zoe's location through her iPhone. That's a good idea, but you might want to use my iPhone, said Holly. She might be really upset and not answer if she sees your number. Thanks, Holly, said Bubblina, looking up Holly's iPhone, hooking up Holly's iPhone to her Hero watch. Then she dialed Zoe's number. Nancy. Oh my goodness. And you girl. Okay, so now from now to rule the world. And quick little picture here. This is what the little feature of hooking up the iPhone to the Hero Watch and using its tracking system. Yeah, matter of fact, this is the old. Matter of fact, since this was written in 2011, this is the old iPhone before it still got the home button. And now Bubbly is about to talk to Zoey there and see if she can cheer her up there. Yeah. Oh, burn the world. I had a bit, sort of like, sort of similar to my oldest mom wanting to shroud the world in darkness. Yep. All right. So anyway, still sitting in the outside area near Serena's lair, Zoey had just stopped crying, and she answered the phone, saying, "Hello?" she said nervously. "Zoey, thank God you're okay," said Bubblina. Then she motioned for the other girls to follow her location. "Is that you?" said Bubblina, asked Zoey. "Yes, it is," said Bubblina. "Listen, Zoey, the girls and I are going to try to find you. You've got to stay on the phone for us to trace your location." Zoey sighed and said, "Don't bother with it." Zoey, wait, exclaimed Bubblina. No, wait, come back, come back, come back. I tried. And now to burn the world. And as I'm burning the world, Ben, keep that shirt off for me. Oh boy. Yeah. And one, oh yeah, Tom Hardy, Eddie Brock, and Venom. Oh boy. So Zoe hung up, causing the signal to drop. Then she thought to herself, all this time I tried to forget the fact of how I was really born. I just wanted to believe that it was all a dream that night my mom told me, and but it looks like it wasn't. And suddenly, a dark mist surrounded Zoe, and she heard a voice calling her. Zoe, it said. Who's there? asked Zoe. Zoe, said the voice again. Zoe looked Zoe looked around, and she saw two shadow-like figures, and a man and a woman. Then the man spoke. The time has come for you to take on your true form. My true form? Said Zoe. What is my true form? We will show you, said the woman. However, when it's revealed, you will have to accept your destiny and take back what is taken from you. After a while of explaining to Zoe, the shadow figures went inside her mind, causing a dark aura to appear around her, and evil laughter echoed as Zoe's eyes glowed red. You are not going to die. Ah, thank you. You're welcome. You know, she seems nice. You should really apologize to her. You might not live. And that's when the call ended there. Pretty dramatic there. And now these two dark figures are playing on Zoe's emotions to turn her to the dark side there. Oh boy. And let's see, so now we're going into chapter 9. It's the last chapter of this book here to wrap things up. And we're going into with Harriet comforting a crying CJ as they're tied up there. All right. The war starts again, 9th chapter. And Bubblina tried to contact Zoe, but it didn't do any good. I got an idea, said Crystal. Let's find the elder and ask for more information on this prophecy. And Gina said it might help us to find Zoe. And that's a great idea, said Bubblina. But there's one problem with that, said Alicia. The elder told us to find it on our own, said Ollie. Hey. CJ. That only leaves us one option, said Bubblina. And that is to contact Hero and ask them to use the tracking system in the Hero Tree's main computer. On that note, Bubblina tried to contact Hero on her Hero watch. Hero, come in, she said, but there was static on the end and no answer. Bubblina looked in shock and exclaimed, I can't connect to the Hero Tree. What happened to the Hero function? To the communication function? CJ, it looks bad now, but we're going to get out of this. Okay? Just calm down, CJ. Look, I know I goof on you quite a bit there. We get pretty mad, but look, I really do care about you, CJ. Just need you to calm down. That way we can think of a way out of this. Okay. I'll try to be calm about this. That's good. Gonna have to toughen up and be strong. That way we can really think our way out of this. Live action remake. Oh yeah. I know. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I know even people who like the live action Aladdin, like myself, there were some of them that had a problem with how Jafar's performance was, and I kind of can understand it a little bit because I know a lot of people were used to Jafar being over the top, like the way it was in the animated series. But he did kind of go over the top a little bit, even in the live action when he became the genie and he had stole the lamp and everything. However, this was supposed to be a kind of grounded version of the character, and I didn't have a problem with it, but yeah, everybody's not going to think that way. So as to say, to each his own. Okay. So before Claire goes off, we're gonna do her last one, and then the live action Jafar remake. Okay. So Sweetler than Jafar. Okay. Certainly, he'll do exactly as I say. The perfect soldier. Here we go! Suddenly, the girls noticed an army of shadows and lamusses flying by. The sky Atlanteans, said the girls. They disappeared 8 years ago, said Holly. Maybe they can help us, said Bubblina, going up to them. Excuse me? Suddenly, the girls noticed a dark figure charging at Bubblina from behind. Gina swam quickly to Bubblina's aid and used her super strength to punch the figure away, but the figure recovered and struck Gina with her lance, knocking her out cold. Help me up! Good night, Claire! Alright, Claire, we'll see you later there. And I guess you can catch the rest of the chapter on the replay there. Alright. So now we're going to live action. Jafar! Live action style. Suddenly, Bubblina noticed what had happened and said, Gina, are you okay? Then the other Sky Gladians turned to attack Gina and Bubblina. I don't know what's going on, but we've got to help them, said Crystal. Crystal, Honey, and Alicia swam to Bubblina and Gina. Like Gina, they also had special abilities. Crystal could make her fists become the exterior of any item that she touched at will. Alicia could change her surrounding temperature to emit sonic waves of that temperature from her hand. And Holly had the ability to fire aurora beams from her hands like Morgana. The three girls fought decently against the Sky Atlanteans. But with them being outnumbered, the Sky Atlanteans overpowered them. And this race of Atlanteans had abilities such as emitting extremely powerful sound waves, like Zoey did earlier, causing strong winds at will by flapping their wings, and all their senses and abilities of both a lion and an eagle. And since we mentioned live action Jafar, now I have to do the original animated Jafar. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. So Bubblina had seen enough and decided to end this fight. Hero Watch, she exclaimed. And once her Hero Watch appeared on her arm, she raised her Hero Watch to the sky, saying heroic transformation. Went through the transformation sequence from her pajamas into a costume, but she kept in her mermaid form. Strong but gentle, Bubblina. On that note, she swiftly swam over to the battle and fired a bubble between the other girls. And the Sky Atlanteans, they stopped them. Then she came down and said to everyone, This has to stop. The Atlanteans of the sky and the ocean are supposed to be allies and friends with each other. When we all share the same goal to protect the innocent of our kind and others like the surface world. Your king and my dad ended this war years ago. All right. Brent Knight. Oh, both Will Smiths. Okay. Both Genies. I'm sorry. All right. That's a good way to close out this chapter here. Closing out with two Genies. Master. Hey. Okay, you got Will Smith first and Robert Williams. Watch this. Here I go. Oh, back up. Watch out. You don't wow me up. I have to show you what I'm working with. I don't think so, trader, said a voice, and everyone looked up and saw a dark figure that attacked Bubblina earlier. She was a Lamoose. But she was different from the other Sky Gladiator, had a dark essence around her, which reflected on certain parts of her appearance, like a hair, eyes, and anywhere else. And I'll say, and then Robert Williams, Miss, Who are you? Asked Bubbleina to this girl. Darkina, the princess of the sky, glared, and she replied, wait, they can't be, said Bubbleina. To be continued now, and into the other book. And now let me show you the picture of Darkina, just like on the cover of the book. Yes, sir, she's crossed over to the dark side. And now she's after the Sea Gladians. And they're gonna go into a war, which is gonna reenact like before. Oh boy. Well, that's it of that book there. So it's all for the night there. Next I won't be streaming tomorrow because like I said, I gotta work on the reaction video, and then of course Wednesday it'll be uploaded. And also we'll be seeing Bob Shaw's live stream too. So I probably should be back doing another live stream probably Thursday. Yeah. Probably Thursday, and then I guess probably Friday and Saturday as well, sort of bringing the new year. So yep. So until then, we will see y'all later. Thanks for tuning in, and see y'all later there. See ya. Hopefully after the video is uploaded, we can stream again for New Year's Eve there.